With Document Locator, you can create and apply records retention policies, put records on legal hold, and quickly search for documents. Let's start by taking a look at records policies. Here's where we establish the record policies that are important to the organization. In this example, we have personnel policies and procedures. We have a manager in charge. We have a category for HR. We have an expiration period of 10 years, and we cycle through each quarter to look for those records. And we can also lock those files as needed with the record retention policy. When these records expire, you can be notified, the records manager can be notified with a expiration notification message of your choice, as well as you can trigger an expiration event depending on what that policy, how that policy is set up or what it affects. Here we put them in as a record retirement candidate because as these records expire that have this policy placed on them, these records then a policy manager can be notified that these records are for review and then for some further action as required based off of the expiration message and rule. So these can be set up a variety of different ways for it. So for an example on these records right here, when this folder was created for these HR records, we wanted to be sure that we had assigned perhaps a record policy. So maybe we have our HR policy or legal policy. Whatever sort of policies that apply to your certain types of records you can have applied as needed. So the other thing is that sometimes when you're searching for documents, and here we're just going to do a quick search. We have a search built out looking for some approved procedures. Maybe on this particular search you were looking for all these records for a certain reason, and you might want to have looked for these records by this employee. You can hold down the shift key to select all of the documents, and a records manager could update the record policy, and maybe there would be, for instance, a need to put these onto a legal hold. So that can be quickly done with a search or by going into certain folders or documents. You can prove that those documents have been locked down and cannot be changed at that point. Sometimes you'll need to do that, search for documents for a variety of reasons. Maybe put them on a legal hold, and then you may want to even put them out into a collection. With one click here, you can create your own different collections. Here's one for legal discovery, where you can drag the documents down. It'll put a link here. You can then publish those documents out to media when you hit publish, and then that media can be distributed out for use with large quantities of documents, maintaining the attributes on the documents and keeping the documents secure in Document Locator. So besides the quick search that we've shown you here, you can narrow these searches down to get as specific as you needed on any particular search. Here we'll just look for HR approved procedures. We find the particular document that met that criteria. Very, very fast. We can also navigate back to the home folder with the rest of those other approved procedures that we might be interested in viewing. Now, Document Locator also has a quick drop-down search to look for documents that you're working on, documents waiting for you to approve, documents last 30 days, and 30 documents. This next search is called the advanced search. A quick way is one click right here, and you can build out a very detailed search, perhaps for compliance, to produce specific records over a period of time, maybe that were edited by a certain user. These searches can also be saved, and we audit them, and we put security on the particular searches. Let's do an employee background search. That's a saved search. We run that particular search. We're looking for all the PDF files that contained these words or phrases inside of the document, because we also search document contents through full text searching. Here are some other criteria we're searching on. We want to know when it was last accessed within the last 5 years as an example, and we can also scroll down and either change or look at any kind of other attributes that we have, like maybe who actually accessed the document, who approved it, what the record policy was on that particular document. You can only see documents from a search result that you have rights to view. The security is maintained based off of the source. So if we didn't have rights to do certain searches, we would not see the results, even though it's searching the whole repository, as an example. The next search I wanted to show you is called MyDL. MyDL is a search that will basically let you search across multiple repositories. Here I invoked a search looking for performance reviews. It went out and found 17 documents in that repository. It found 5 in that one, and in managed documents it found 24. So it's a great way and very, very fast to search across multiple repositories with multiple criteria. This particular sort of search can also come through and look for, with a click on it, you can put the details, see the details of the actual document. Of course, you can turn on the preview pane to see a preview of the document. Will come up, and we have other information that you'll see along the bottom here, any kind of notes associated with the document, workflow information if it were in a workflow, dependencies, what the record policy was. So it's a great way to get around and quickly search against multiple data stores or repositories or libraries out there. And then a right click, you can open up the document and do some of the other activities depending on the rights that you have. So again, that's just a quick look at Document Locator records, policy management, and searching.